Hello, my name is Mayanka. I am accounts and a finance trainer from UPLETS. Today, we will cover the topic of amalgamation of companies. Part 1 of this class or of this chapter is already covered by us in the previous video. Today, we will cover part 2, amalgamation of company part 2. In part 1, we have discussed about the amalgamation. What is amalgamation? What are the type of amalgamation? Is that amalgamation in the nature of merger and amalgamation in the nature of purchase? And we have also discussed about the accounting of general reserve, profit and loss account, and all other relevant points which is relating to the amalgamation of company. Now, in this part 2, we will discuss the journal entries. We will discuss the journal entry, how we will close the books of accounts when the amalgamation is there. So now we will start part 2 of amalgamation of companies. Journal entry to close the books of vendor company. Now we will discuss the journal entry to close the books of account of vendor company. In our previous video, we have discussed who is the vendor company, who is the vending, or who is transfer or the transferee company. So in this video, we will discuss the journal entry to close the books of accounts of vendor company. The vendor will be closed upon amalgamation. All the assets and all the liability at the book value are transferred to the separate account, which is to be known as realization account. In the case of amalgamation, the vendor will be transferred all the liabilities and all the assets to the realization account. All the assets or all the liability of the vendor companies transfer to realization account to close the all accounts. The purchase consideration which is receivable, the amount of purchase consideration which is receivable from the transferee company will be credited to the realization account. Is that the transferer will prepare the realization account for the closure of books of account in the case of amalgamation. In this realization account, he will transfer all the assets and all the liabilities. In such a realization account, transferor will transfer all the assets and all the liabilities. And the amount of purchase consideration which is received, the amount of purchase consideration which is received from the transferring company will be credited to the realization account. On the receiver purchase consideration, on the receipt of the purchase consideration, such amount will be debited to equity shareholder and the preference shareholder. The amount of purchase consideration will be transferred to partners capital, to equity share capitals account and equity shareholders account and preference shares holders account. Means the purchase consideration is distributed to equity shareholders and the preference shareholder. And the balance of realization account will also be transferred to equity shareholder. In the case when there is any amount of profit or there is an amount of loss in the realization account, then such amount of profit or such amount of the loss is transferred to the equity shareholders. So, for the closure of books of account, the vendor or the transferor will prepare the realization account. Those assets and the liability which are not taken over by the vendee, if there is any assets or there is any liability which is not taken over by the transferring company but settled by the transfer company, are shown in the books of vendor only if there is any assets or there is any liability. which is not taken by the transferee company at the time of amalgamation. At the time of amalgamation, but it is settled by the but it is settled by the vendor company. Then it should be shown in the books of vendor only. It should not be it should not be shown in the transferee company or the vendor company or the vendee company. So for the closure of books of account, a realization account will be prepared. In the realization account, all the assets and liability of the transfer company are transferred, and the amount of purchase consideration which is received is also credited in the realization account. After all these entry, the realization account, the balance of the realization account calculated. If there is any amount of profit or amount of loss of such a realization account, then such amount of a loss or profit will be transferred to equity shareholder account, and the amount of purchase consideration will be transferred to equity shareholder and the preference shareholders. Now we will discuss an example. Y Limited acquired the business of Jet Limited. There are two companies, Y Limited and the Jet Limited. Y Limited acquired the business of Jet Limited, whose balance sheet as on 31st March 2011 is as follows. Means this is the balance sheet of Z Limited. This is the balance sheet of Z Limited. Equity and liability. First is shareholder fund. Shareholder fund is share capital. Share capital is 12 lakh rupees. 12 lakh rupees is the amount of share capital. And reserve and surplus. In this, the amount of reserve and surplus is 1,58,000. The amount of reserve and surplus is 1,58,000. The long-term borrowings is 2 lakh. The amount of borrowings is 2 lakh rupees. The amount of borrowings is 2 lakh. Current liabilities, trade payables. In the current liabilities, there is a trade payables, 1,20,000. The amount of trade payables is 1,20,000 now. Other current liability 12,000. Other current liability 12,000. So the total of liability is 16,90,000. Total of liability side is 16,90,000. Now in the asset side, the non-current assets includes property, plant and equipment. Property, plant and equipment. The property, plant and equipment is 10 lakh rupees. The property, plant and equipment is non-current. The non-current assets is 10 lakh and the property, plant and equipment is 2,90,000. Current assets, inventory 1,50,000, trade receivable 1,80,000, cash and cash equivalent 70,000. So the total of current assets is 16,90,000. The total of asset side is 16,90,000. These all are the notes to accounts. Means share capital includes equity share 8 lakh rupees and the preference share 4 lakh rupees. So the total is 12 lakh. Reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus includes capital reserve 1 lakh and profit and loss account 50,000 and the workman compensation fund 8,000 rupees. So the total is 1,58,000. In long-term borrowings, 6% debentures, 6% debenture, 2 lakh rupees. In property, plant and equipment, there is a land and building. In the property, plant and equipment, there is a land and building 4 lakh and plant and machinery 6 lakh. So the property, plant and equipment is 10 lakh rupees. Intangible assets, goodwill 2,40,000 and patent 50,000 rupees. So total intangible asset is 2,90,000. Buy Limited was to take over all the assets. The Buy Limited will take over all the assets of Z Limited except cash and all the liabilities except interest due on debenture. The Buy Limited will take over all the assets of the organization Z but accept cash and all the liabilities but accept interest which is due on debenture and pay the following amount. The Buy Limited will pay the following amount: 2 lakh 7% debenture, 100 rupees each in Buy Limited for the existing debentures in the Z Limited. Means the entity or the Buy Limited will pay 2 lakh rupees as 2 lakh as 7% debenture of rupees 100 each, means 2000 debentures of rupees 100 each. Value is 2 lakh to the debenture holder of Z Limited. For the purpose, each debenture of Buy Limited is to be treated as the birth of 105. For each preference shareholder in the Z Limited, for each of the preference shareholder in the Z Limited, 10 rupees in cash and 9% preference share of 100 in Buy Limited. For the preference shareholder, the Buy Limited will pay 10 rupees in cash and 9% preference share of 10 rupees each. 100 rupees each. And for the equity shareholder, Z Limited, in the Z Limited, for each of the equity shareholder, 20 rupees in cash and 1 equity share of Buy Limited, which is 100 rupees each, which is having the market value 140 rupees. The expenses of the liquidation of Z Limited are to be reimbursed by Buy Limited to the extent of 10,000. To the extent of 10,000 expenses borne by the Buy Limited. The actual amount of expenses 12,500. Buy Limited valued land and building at 5,50,000, plant and machinery 6,50,000, patent 20,000 of Z for the purpose of amalgamations. This is the revaluation. So first we will calculate the amount of purchase consideration. First, there is a requirement to calculate the purchase consideration. Number 1, for the preference shareholders. Preference shareholder, first the buy will pay 10 rupees per share, cash 10 rupees per share. So the shares are 4,000 shares into 10 per share, means 40,000 rupees is the amount of cash. And equity share, each equity share for the each share of rupees 100 each. So it is 4 lakh rupees. 4,000 share into 100 rupees each, 4 lakh. So the total amount of the consideration to the preference shareholder is 4,40,000. In the case of equity shareholder, it will pay 20 rupees per share. 20 rupees per share. So the number of equity share is 8,000 into 20, 1,60,000 rupees in cash, and 1 share for each share, and the market value is 140. So it will be 8,000 number of shares into 140. 8,000 shares into 140, 11,20,000. 11,20,000. So the total purchase consideration for B is for equity shareholder is 12,80,000. So the total amount of purchase consideration is 17,20,000. This is the amount of total purchase consideration. 17,20,000. 4,40,000 of preference share and 12,80,000 for the equity shareholders. So this is the total amount which will be payable by the Buy Limited to the Z Limited shareholder. So this is the purchase consideration. Now we will pass some accounting entries. First, we will transfer all the assets and all the liabilities to the realization account. First, all the assets and all the liability of the Jet Limited will be transferred to realization account. In this case, the entry will be when all the asset transfer to realization account, then the entry will be realization account debit to assets account. Realization account debit to assets account. In this case, the entry will be realization account debit to goodwill account 2,40,000, to land and building account 4 lakh, to plant and machinery account 6 lakhs, to patent account 50,000, to inventory account 1,50,000, to trade receivable account 1,80,000. And the realization account will be debited by 16,20,000. The realization account will be debited by 16,20,000 rupees. Goodwill account 2,40,000, land and building account 4 lakh, plant and machinery account 6 lakhs, patent account 50,000, inventory account 1,50,000, trade receivable 1,80,000. So all the assets are transferred to realization account. Now all the liabilities will be transferred to realization account. All the liabilities will be transferred to realization account. So the entry will be liabilities account debit to realization account. Entry will be realization. When all the liability are transferred to realization account, then the entry will be all the liabilities account debit to realization account. The liabilities are debentures, 6% debentures debit, worksman compensation reserve account debit, trade payables debit to realization account. Debenture 2 lakh rupees. Debenture account debit 2 lakh rupees. Worksman compensation reserve account debit 2 lakh rupees. Trade receivables account debit 1,20,000 rupees to realization account. Instead, debenture account debit 2 lakh rupees. Worksman compensation reserve account debit 5,000 rupees. Trade payables account debit 1,20,000 rupees. Is that the total? The total of liability is 3,25,000. Now the amount of purchase consideration will be credited to realization account. The amount of purchase consideration will be credited to the realization account. Then the entry will be by limited debit to realization 17,20,000. The amount of purchase consideration is 17,20,000. Then such amount transferred to realization account. Then the entry will be by limited account debit to realization account 17,20,000. Now on the receipt of purchase consideration, it will be transferred to equity shareholder and the preference shareholders. When we receive the amount of purchase consideration, then such amount of the purchase consideration will be transferred to equity shareholders account and the preference shareholders account. Then on the receipt of purchase consideration, then it will be debit or credit to the purchasing party. We have received the amount of purchase consideration. In this respect, we will receive cash 2 lakh rupees. So the cash account debit 2 lakh. We will receive preference share account debit 4 lakh rupees and equity share account debit 11,20,000 to buy limited. Cash account debit 9% preference share in buy limited debit, equity share in buy limited debit to buy limited account. Now the expenses of liquidation has to be dealt with according to the circumstances of each case. There are some circumstances in which expenses of liquidation are required to be made. Number one, if the vendor company means the transfer company has to bear and pay the amount of liquidation expenses. If the vendor company means the transfer company has to bear and pay the amount of liquidation expenses. So the entry will be realization account debit to cash account. When the realization expenses are borne by the vendor company and paid by the vendor company. So the entry will be realization account debit to cash account or to bank account. If the expenses are borne by purchasing company, if there is any expenses on the liquidation which are paid by the purchasing company, which is paid by the purchasing company, means the transferring company, the question may be dealt with in one of two-way mentioned. So there are question. Number one, it may be ignored in the books of vendor. It may be ignored in the books of vendor. If the expenses are to be paid first by the vendor company and then after reimbursed by the purchasing company, then the following two entry will be made. If number one, if it is paid by the purchasing company, then no entry will be made in the books of vendor. If it is directly paid by the purchasing company, then no entry will be made in the books of vendor. But if such expenses first paid by the vendor company, means by the transfer company, and then after purchasing company reimburse all these expenses to the vendor company. In this case, two entries are required to be made. Number one, purchasing company account debit, purchasing company account debit, and cash account credit. Means the when the vendor company pay the amount of expenses on the behalf of purchasing company, then the entry will be purchasing company account debit to cash account. Purchasing company account debit to cash account. When the amount of expenses on liquidation paid by the vendor company on the behalf of purchasing company. The next company, when there is a reimbursement, when there is a reimbursement. So in this case, when there is a reimbursement, then the vendor company will pass the entry cash account debit or bank account debit to purchasing company account, bank account debit to purchasing company account. So such entry is to be made when the amount is recovered or when the amount is received from the purchasing company. So if there is any amount of expenses which is borne by the vendor company, then the vendor company will pass the entry. Then the vendor company will pass the entry realization account debit to cash account. But if the expenses are borne by purchasing company, if the expenses are borne by purchasing company and such expenses is directly paid by purchasing company, then there is no entries to be required to be made in the books of vendor company. But if expenses are paid by vendor company, first paid by vendor company, and then these expenses are reimbursed by purchasing company to the vendor company. In this case, two entries are required to be made. Number one, when the vendor company make the payment of such expenses, then the vendor company will pass the entry purchasing company account debit to bank account to cash account. When such a purchasing company reimburse the amount of expenses to vendor company, then the vendor company will pass the entry cash account debit to purchasing company account. So these accounting entry is to be made in the case of expenses on liquidation. So in the above case, Buy Limited has to pay maximum 10,000 rupees. The Buy Limited will pay maximum 10,000 rupees. The amount which is spent, by vendor company is 12,500. So the 2,500. So the amount of 2,500 is to be borne by Z Limited. Is that the Z Limited will pay 2,500 rupees. So in this case, the entry will be Buy Limited account debit 10,000, realization account debit 2,500, and to cash account 12,500. Buy Limited account debit 10,000, realization account debit 2,500, to cash account 12,500. And when there is a reimbursement from the Buy Limited of rupees 10,000, then the entry will be cash account debit to Buy Limited account. Cash account debit to Buy Limited account 10,000. So such accounting entry will be made in the respect of expense. Now, liabilities not assumed by the purchasing company has to pay off. The liabilities which are not taken by the purchasing company, then the vendor company will pay off all these liability. On the payment, the liability account will be debit and the cash account will be credit. When there is a payment of liabilities, then the liability account will be debit and the cash account or the bank account will be credit. Any difference between the amount, if there is any difference between the amount which is actually paid and the book value, must be transferred to realization account. If there is any difference between the amount which is actually paid and the book value, then the difference should be transferred to realization account. Z Limited shall pass the following entry in the respect of some liability. Number 1, interest on debenture account. Then the entry will be interest outstanding debit to debenture holder. Interest on debenture account debit to debenture holders account 12,000. And now he will make the payment of such interest. Then the entry will be debenture holder account debit to cash account. Debenture holder account debit to cash account 12,000 rupees. Credit the preference shareholder with the amount which is payable to them. Credit the preference shareholder with the amount which is payable to them. Debiting preference share capital with the amount which is shown in the books, and if there is any difference, then it will be transferred to realization account. It will be transferred to realization account. Is that in the books the amount of preference share holder is 4 lakh rupees. The capital of a preference shareholder is 4 lakh rupees. But in the purchase consideration, there is the amount which is received for the preference shareholder is 4,40,000. So 40,000 amount will be transferred to realization account. In this case, the entry will be preference share capital account debit 4 lakh rupees, realization account debit 40,000 rupees to preference shareholder 4,40,000 to preference shareholder 4,40,000. Means 40,000 rupees will be transferred to realization account. Now, pay off preference shareholder. Pay off preference shareholder by debiting them, means by debit the preference shareholder account or by crediting whatever is given to them. Means in which terms the payment is made, we will credit it. Means the entry will be the general entry of the payment to the preference shareholder will be preference shareholders account debit 4,40,000 to cash account 40,000 to preference share in Y Limited 4 lakh rupees. So such accounting entry will be made when there is the payment to preference shareholders. Preference shareholder account debit 4,40,000 to cash account 40,000 to 9% preference share in Y Limited 4 lakh. So such accounting will be made. Such accounting entry will be made. The next, transfer the equity share capital and the account representing profit and loss to equity shareholders. When there is a transfer of equity share capital and the amount and the account representing profit and loss to the equity shareholder account. When the equity share capital and all other reserve transfer to equity shareholder. This will determine the amount which will be receivable by the equity shareholder. So in this case, we will pass the following entry. Equity share capital account debit 8 lakh rupees. Capital reserve account debit 1 lakh rupees. Profit and loss account debit 50,000 rupees. Worksman compensation fund account debit 3,000 rupees. And realization account debit 4,22,500 rupees. 4,22,500 rupees to equity shareholders. To equity shareholder, it will be 13,75,500 rupees. Equity share capital account debit 8 lakh. Secured capital reserve account debit 1 lakh. Profit and loss account debit 50,000. Worksman compensation reserve account debit 3,000. realization account debit 4,22,500 to sundry equity shareholder account 13,75,500 rupees. So such accounting entry will be made to close all the books of account. Now there is a payment to equity shareholder. On the satisfaction of the claim of the equity shareholder, debit their account and credit the source or the terms in which the payment is made. Is that the entry will be equity shareholder account debit 13 lakh 35,500 to equity share in Buy Limited 11 lakh 20,000 and to cash account 2 lakh 15,500 rupees. So such accounting entry is to be made and all the books of accounts are required to be closed. So we will prepare realization account. First, all the assets are transferred to realization account. Entry will be realization account debit to all assets account 16 lakh 20,000. All the liabilities transferred to realization account. Entry will be liabilities account debit to realization account 3 lakh 20,000. When the expenses paid 2,500, the amount of expenses which is paid by Z Limited, then the entry will be realization account debit to cash account 2,500 and the amount to preference shareholder more than their actual due. It will also be transferred to realization account 40,000 and the balance and the amount of purchase consideration is received 17 lakh 20,000. It will also be transferred to realization account. Buy company debit to realization account 17 lakh 12,000 and the balance amount will be transferred to equity shareholder account. So all these accounting entry are to be posted in the realization account or we can prepare on the basis of entry such realization account. Now we will discuss or we will prepare the cash account. The opening balance is 70,000 rupees. The opening balance is 70,000 rupees. Now there is the expenses 2,500 rupees and 10,000 rupees by Buy Limited in the respect of expenses. First the expenses is paid by the person, by the Z Limited 10,000. Now it is reimbursed. There is the payment to the debenture holders as a interest 12,000 and payment to preference shareholder 14,000 rupees and consideration for amalgamation which is received 2 lakh rupees in cash. Total amount which is received in cash 2 lakh rupees. So the balance is 2 lakh 15,500 will be transferred to equity shareholder. Then cash account will also be closed. So now on the basis of such example, we have discussed how to close the books of accounts of vendor or of the transfer company by passing the journal entries. So on the basis of the previous example, on the basis of such example, we have discussed what accounting entries are required to be made to closing the books of accounts of vendor company or of transfer company. Now we will discuss the general entries in the books of purchasing company. What will be the accounting entries and the journal entries which are required to be made in the books of purchasing company? What are the journal entry are required to be made in the books of purchasing company? In the books of purchasing company, vending company and the transferring company, the assets and the liabilities which are taken over are recorded at the agreed value and where there is no agreed value then it will be recorded at the book value. In the case of purchasing company, all the assets and all the liabilities which are taken over from the transfer company will be recorded in the books of accounts and all these assets and all these liability are to be booked at their agreed value. If there is no any agreed value, then all these assets and liabilities should be valued or should be entered into the statement or into the balance sheet of that transferring company at the book value. First, at the carried value. If there is no carried value, then it should be valued at book value. For the purpose of this debit debit balance, sorry, debit business purchase account and credit liquidator of vendor company with the account of purchase consideration is that when there is the when in the case of purchase consideration, then the business purchase account will be debit and liquidator's account will be credit. So the entry will be business purchase account debit 17,20,000 to liquidator of Jet Limited because such amount is payable to Jet Limited. So the entry will be business purchase account debit to liquidator of Jet Limited 17,20,000. Second, debit assets all debit all the assets which are acquired except goodwill at the value which are placed on them by the purchasing company. We will debit or the purchasing company will debit all the assets except the goodwill at the price on which it is received by purchasing company. Credit all the liabilities which are taken by the agreed value at the agreed value. All the liabilities are to be credited at the agreed value and credit the business purchase account with the amount of purchase consideration and credit the business purchase account at the amount of purchase consideration. Credit the account which is showing the share which is held in the company. Credit the account which is showing the shares which is held in the company, if any, with the cost of share. If the creditors at par, then the second or third above exceed debit as per first above, and the difference should be debited to the goodwill account or in the reserve account as the case may be, and the difference should be transferred to credit reserve account, and the difference will be transferred to capital reserve account. So these all are the accounting treatment which are required to be made by the transferring company in its books of accounts. Number 2, in the above case, the entry are required to be made. In the above case, so these entry are required to be made. Debit all the assets and credit all the liabilities and credit the business purchase account. So the land and building account debit 5,50,000, plant and machinery account debit 6,50,000, patent account debit 20,000, inventory account debit 1,50,000, trade receivable account debit 1,80,000, goodwill account debit 5,05,000. To provision for workman compensation 5,000, to trade payables 1,20,000, to debentures 2,10,000, and to purchase consideration or business purchase account 17,20,000. Such accounting entry is to be made. Such accounting entry is required to be made in the books of transferring company. On the payment to the vendor, the balance of its credit and the entry is to be made by Limited. When there is any payment which is made by the Buy Limited to the Jet Limited, in this case the entry will be made. When there is any payment which is made by the transferring company to the transfer company, then the entry will be made. Liquidator of Jet Limited debit. Liquidator of Jet Limited debit to cash account, to preference share capital account, to equity share capital account, and to security premium. Liquidator of Jet Limited on the amount of purchase consideration 17,20,000, to cash account 2 lakh rupees, to preference share capital account 4 lakh, and to equity share capital account is 8 lakh, and the balance transfer to security premium because they have transferred the share or provide the share at the premium. So such a 3,20,000 is the amount of security premium to security premium account. So such an entry is required to be made when there is any payment is made by the vendor is made by the by limited to jet limited. And the next is debenture, payment to debenture holder. The payment then the entry will be payment in Z limited debit 2,10,000 to 7% debenture account and to premium or debenture account 10,000. If the purchasing company is required to pay the amount of liquidation of the vendor company, then the amount should be debited to goodwill account or to credit reserve account. As the case may is that when the purchasing company pay the amount of liquidation expense, then the entry will be goodwill account debit to cash account or to bank account. Goodwill, such amount will be transferred to goodwill or the capital reserve account. Then the entry will be goodwill account debit to cash account 10,000. Intercompany owing. Intercompany owing. If there is any intercompany owing, then it should the purchasing company own an account to the vendor company or vice versa. If there is any intercompany owing, means there is any intertransfer or intertransaction, then the purchasing company own an amount to the vendor company or vice versa. The amount will be included. Such amount will be included in the books of account or book debt of one company and as a trade payables in the another company. So there is a requirement to pass a general entry, trade payables account debit to trade receivables. If there is an amount which is in which there if there is any transaction which is made between both the organization, means there is a intercompany owing transaction, then such a intercompany owing transaction is required to be deleted. So in this case there is a requirement of a adjustment entry. Such amount will be included in the books of a person as a debtors, or in the another it will be considered as a creditors. So in this case the entry will be creditors account debit to debtors, means trade payables account debit to trade receivables. The entry should be made after the usual acquisition entry have been passed. Such entry is required to be made after all the acquisition entry made. When all the acquisition entries are made, then after such accounting entry will be made. Adjustment of the value of stock. Adjustment in the case adjustment of value of stock. Intercompany owing arise usually from purchase and the sale of goods. Means intercompany transaction are arise when there is the purchase or when there is a purchase of any goods or sale of any goods. It is likely. Therefore, that at the time of the sale of business, the debtors company also has goods in the stock which is purchased from the creditors company. Is that at the time the sale of business, then the debtors company has such goods in its stock which is purchased from the creditors company. Then the cost of debtors include the amount of profit which is made by the creditors company. After the takeover of the business, it is essential. After the takeover of the business, it is essential that the profit should be eliminated. After the take over the business, it is essential to remove the amount of profit. The entry for this will be made by the purchasing company. The purchasing company will make the entry to eliminate the amount of profit. The entry for this will be made by the purchasing company. If it is the vendor company which has some goods in stock, Then at the time of passing the acquisition entry, the value of stock should be reduced if there is the amount which is included in the vendor's stock. That at the time of valuation of stock, such an amount should be reduced at the cost of company which is acquiring the business. Then the automatically the reserve or goodwill will be arise. But if the original sale is made by the vendor and the stock is with the purchasing company, then the company is that the purchasing company will adjust such amount or debit the goodwill account and credit the stock account with the amount of profit which is included. Is that if the stock is in the purchasing company, then the purchasing company will pass the entry goodwill account debit to stock account to eliminate the amount of profit or the eliminate the amount of margin from the amount of such stock. So such accounting entry or such adjustment is required to be made for the valuation of stock. Intercompany loan, where there is any intercompany loan, means if there is any loan between the party, means between the transfer and the transferee, then such amount of the loan then the amount of the loan shall be taken over by the transfer company and adjustment entries required to be made. When there is any amount of loan, when there is any amount of loan which is taken by the transfer company from the transferee, when there is any amount of loan which is taken by the transferor company by the transferee company, so when the all the business is taken over by the transferee company, then the transferee company will pass a general entry to adjust such amount of loan. Then it will pass the entry loan account debit, means liability of transferor company, loan account debit to loans and advances, loan account debit to loans and advances. So it is eliminated the amount of loan from the books. So on the basis of such discussion, we have discussed the full concept of accounting for amalgamation. We have covered part 1 and part 2 of this topic, in which in these topics we have totally understand the concept of amalgamation. Means by these videos we have totally clear what is the amalgamation, what is the accounting treatment is required to be made in the books of purchasing company or in the books of vendor company, what accounting entry are required to be made for close the books of account of vendor company or transfer company, and what are the accounting entries which are required to be made by the transferee company at a time of purchase of business. So kindly consider part 1 of this video or of this topic also, so that you can understand the full concept of amalgamation, so that you can understand the full concept of amalgamation. Thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, bye bye and have a nice day.